Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and House of X, issue number 4. My God, I had to take a couple minutes after this was over, like a couple long freaking minutes, because, I usually give the spoilers for this, because damn, I don't know that I necessarily need to, but, it's the entire book. The entire book is the spoiler. The spoiler is the entire book. I'm going to get into all that after I tell you about who made this comic book. I'm going to be breaking down a couple times because, damn, this issue is called No More. I think you guys know by now that when they put a title at the beginning of the book, they put that, a couple words or whatever, like this is what you do. When you get to that line being spoken in this book, it's a powerful moment, and that happened in here. And again, it's like, dude, I think I was already out of tears by the time that freaking I got to this part, man. Wow. But, okay, let's just talk about who made this book. We'll get into the spoilers after that. Jonathan Hickman is the writer. Pepe Larraz is on art. Marte Gracia on color art. VC's Clayton Cowles doing the letters. Tom Mueller doing the design. Cover artists Pepe Larraz and Marte Gracia. A whole bunch of people doing the variant covers. Sorry, I just can't do all of them. This is issue 4. It will be done. X-Men created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So this is the mission in and of itself. First off, there's all these stats, and this so should have been a freaking hint. If I were just a little bit smarter, if I was half as smart as I think I am, I'd have recognized that by giving all these death stats, all these times that mutants have been killed, including by the Pretender, Wanda Maximoff. Wow, that's a powerful statement. I'd have freaking figured it out. I'd have figured it all out, like what exactly was going to happen in this book. This is a drama. This is a terrible, sad story. And when I said that this was a suicide mission, come on. Anyway, that initial blast wound that, the one dude who committed suicide, that human who committed suicide, chief of security, husband of the girl who's in charge of everything on this solar station where they're trying to build a mother mold, his suicide, which, suicide bombing, wound up killing Husk and Archangel. Husk, I can understand. Sorry, I know. Look, all the love in the world. But there's plenty of other family members in that family. All right, there's plenty of others. Cannonball's fine. Okay, the gun threes will be fine. But we lost Husk. That sucked. Important character. We also lost Archangel. I'm like, wow, we're playing for keeps here. Then all of a sudden we get to a part where we start seeing that like Wolverine isn't whole. He's in pieces. Freaking Nightcrawler has an internal injury, which means he's probably going to die because there are no medics on there, on that station. I guess that Monet could have figured something out. But anyway, they have to go and they have to break apart these 4 areas. Wolverine and Nightcrawler are able to knock out theirs really quickly. Cyclops is barely able to get his, but he does. Mystique, on the other hand, when she goes to unlock hers, she winds up getting caught. I know what you're thinking. Mystique, of all people, gets caught. Well, it seems like that's the case. Okay, it seems like that's the case. Anyway, she gets caught, whatever. Don't forget that Karima is there. So Omega Sentinel, yeah, she knows. She knows what's up. And she winds up getting shot out the airlock. Wow, she got treated like the what is it, the alien mother, the alien queen, you know what I'm saying? So she gets killed. She's a casualty. I start thinking to myself that what's going to happen is because they show Colossus looking at that final arm that's holding on to the mother mold's head to prevent it from just falling into the sun, right? I'm thinking he's going to blast right through this thing and kill everybody. Maybe that section will be locked off in quarantine, but he himself is going to get sucked out into space. He's immediately going to burn up because they're way too close to the sun. like that's what's going to happen. Cyclops is going to freaking commit suicide. Ah, man, I'm sitting there like preparing for it. It's not the one life of Cyclops. Instead, it's the two lives of Nightcrawler and Wolverine. You see, Nightcrawler is able to see this also, and he figures if we teleport out there, we can slash this thing, but his freaking sword ain't going to do nothing, and he's already injured to begin with, but nobody has enough energy to be able to, in their bodies to, I'm burning up, ow, one cool sword slate. There's nothing he could have done except carry out the real heavy hitter, and that's Wolverine. So he goes out there also, and he's got just enough time as he's burning up, just enough strength to be able to release that final ka-chonk. And this is just as Mother Mold is coming online. She's got 30 seconds before she's fully online, but she's coming online now, and she's, like when Devastator was first created. And, the first time we saw Devastator appear. Actually, no, even better, the first time we saw Bruticus being transformed in Transformers. Anyway, the cartoon. Anyway, so comes online and starts looking and says, we were created by the humans, so they are our gods, and you are the offspring. You're the deviants of them, so that would make you the Titans. But either way, as we watch you both war, we realize that we are superior to you both, and Olympus must fall. And I'm like, damn, Hickman just went and got crazy poetic. So Wolverine dies. I don't know how he was able to listen to her in the vacuum of space, but I'm going to let that slide. Like, the book has been so scientific that I look at this, I'm just like, but I just don't even care, dude. That's what Wolverine finally hears, and we don't know if that's everything. Whether he heard it or not, that's what she's saying. That's what she's thinking, Mother Mold. Monet winds up biting it. We don't actually see her death. It's off camera. That's fine. She goes into her Gestalt form, and she goes straight after all these guys who are coming on the ship because she's got to try and protect Marvel Girl. Marvel Girl, for her part, she jettisons out in an escape pod. Now, Scott is calling back to her, it's just you and me left. So we're about to get out of here right now. I'm going to come and meet up with you. Listen, you try and keep I'm going to try and get an EVA suit. So I'm going to, spacewalk to you. Once I get there, I'm going to try and, use my powers to guide us back towards Earth. I'm getting you home. Fuck. So he's figuring, you hold this together, and I'm going to get you back. Maybe we'll make it, but you're going to have some terrible company with me on the way back, and we're going to get you back home. Unfortunately, he gets shot in the back by some nanites. Dude goes down. His mutant power is done. He might as well be human at this point. He's captured. But they weren't looking for captives. Ah, man. So Jean has to see the frick. All right, man. So Jean freaking sees this stuff, whatever, and she's in pain and whatnot. And then the Sentinels that were, sent as backup, they get there just in time, and they overwhelm her little escape pod. There's nothing she can do. I mean, there's overwhelming odds, right? And then she winds up getting killed also. Every single person there gets killed. This was genuinely a suicide mission. Everybody is killed. But mission accomplished. Mother Mold was not formed. Therefore, no Nimrod, right? Now, we don't know what else is happening here, but right now, if this is life 10 for Moira, we got to see what else is going to happen that's going to allow to see what's going to happen next, because I'm imagining at this point, the mutants are going to try and fix whatever they got to fix. I think that the mutants are just going to go on and do whatever, and that's when we're going to start seeing the Mr. Sinister stuff, right? All the crazy Mr. Sinister stuff where he winds up betraying them at one point. There's got to be something that happens where Moira is going to fix things so that in the next life, everything gets reset. she's probably not going to be around. Let's face it, she wasn't the most important character in the world. She was like that scientific body that anybody could have really used. Professor X has had plenty of tail, all right? Excuse me, he's had plenty of tail. So as cool as Moira is to all of us old school X-Men fans, the fact is she's easily replaced by lots of people, accidentally even, right? We can get a mutant to replace her too, just saying. And who knows, maybe there's a way to bring her back anyway, because there's of course a way to bring her back. Is she really going to be Uncle Ben? I doubt it. Anyway, even if she is, it's a great way to go down. The point is that I'm certain that something is going to wind up happening so that the 11th life, where she winds up dying in a car accident when she's 10, this is, when she's about 10 years old, this is where all of a sudden everything's going to wind up being okay. And yet, somehow, it's got a reference back to the sixth lifetime. Something there has to have been done so that maybe everything's got to kind of cross over and things like that. So this life 10, this is where the sinister stuff is going to happen, all the crazy stuff, and oh crap, you betrayed us. Oh my God, but we expected. I mean, come on, you're Mr. Sinister. It's in your freaking name. Anyway, reference back to the lost life 6, and then boom shakalaka, bang shaboom. Yeah, shaboop shaboop. Listen, like all these newspapers clippings and whatnot about the Larez, man, you're a savage. You are a savage. Wow. But then we get to this thing. House of X5 and Powers of X6, right? This was the one where we suddenly realized a whole bunch of crazy stuff. This is where we're at now. We're going to go on to Powers of 10, issue number 4? Issue 4. Yes, issue 4. September 11th. That's when that's going to come out. After that, we're going to have that House of X number 5. It's red band, which means there's going to be some major stuff going on down there. That's going to be a huge one. So the next issue of this very book. Then we're going to get House of X 6, and then Powers of 10 number 6 will be the final one. That's also red band. So there's the 3 red bands here, which will be the most important of all these books. God, what else could they possibly do to these poor mutants? So you know that like Monet is one of the favorite characters of Hickman, and he did this to her. This guy's a savage. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay? With all this craziness, I think we're going to have a misery moment with this dude. Hey, I love this guy to death, but we might have to have a misery moment with this dude, okay? We got to get the little penguin statues and the place off in, what was that, the Adirondacks? I haven't seen Misery in a long time, the Stephen King film. Never read the book, whatever, all right? We got to get something like that, and we got to be like, you need to change the ending and write a special book for us. And I'm going a little bit too far with this, man, but damn, this was a powerful as hell thing. Dude, they're all dead. The X-Men have always been about that plight. That these guys are so powerful, how do they not just wipe the floor with everybody? Oh, it's because they actually care, and they ain't going out like that. You know what I mean? In this one, they go out like that. This was a heartbreaking, heart-wrenching issue, and I loved it as much as it just crushed me. These alternate lifespans are a great way to incorporate everything that's happened with the X-Men to truly give them a fresh start. This was incredible. Really incredible. So I'm looking forward. All I can do is just wait and see what Hickman's going to do next, man, because the ball is in his court. I'm done. This was an amazing issue. Oh, yeah. We men. And you never actually saw me crying. So F that. Hell with that noise. Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.